According to electrical code, the junction box used for a swimming pool light must be constructed of brass or a non-metallic material. The electrical code specifies these materials to ensure safety and prevent corrosion in the potentially harsh environment around a swimming pool. Brass offers excellent corrosion resistance, particularly in the presence of moisture and chemicals commonly found in pool water. Non-metallic junction boxes provide insulation and prevent electrical conductivity, reducing the risk of electric shock. The code prohibits the use of plastic junction boxes for swimming pool lights. Standard plastic enclosures may not provide adequate protection against water intrusion or the corrosive effects of pool chemicals. This is because certain plastics may degrade over time when exposed to these conditions, compromising the integrity of the electrical connection and potentially creating a hazardous situation. The requirement for brass or non-metallic enclosures is outlined in specific sections of the electrical code, such as the National Electrical Code, commonly referred to as NEC. These sections address the specific requirements for swimming pool electrical installations to ensure safety and compliance. When installing or maintaining swimming pool lights, it is critical to adhere to these code requirements. Using the correct type of junction box helps to prevent electrical hazards and ensures the long-term reliability of the pool lighting system. If a plastic junction box is observed, it should be replaced with a code-compliant brass or non-metallic enclosure by a qualified electrician. Proper grounding and bonding are also essential components of a safe swimming pool electrical system. These measures help to minimize the risk of electric shock by providing a low impedance path for fault currents to return to the source. This is the electrical code because pool lights operate underwater, which necessitates stringent safety precautions to protect swimmers and anyone in the vicinity of the pool. Firstly, proper selection of materials for the junction box is paramount. Brass and non-metallic materials are chosen because of their inherent resistance to corrosion. The pool environment typically contains chemicals like chlorine, which can corrode metallic components over time, leading to potential electrical hazard. Brass is an alloy known for its corrosion resistance, particularly in water-based environments. It forms a protective layer that inhibits corrosion when exposed to moisture and chemicals. Non-metallic materials, such as fiberglass, reinforced polyester, or certain types of PVC, are also inherently corrosion resistant. These materials do not conduct electricity and are not susceptible to rust or corrosion when exposed to pool water or chemicals. Secondly, the code also specifies the type of non-metallic materials that are suitable for use in swimming pool junction boxes. These materials must be listed and labeled for use in wet locations and must be resistant to the chemicals commonly found in swimming pool water. Not all plastics are created equal. Standard plastic enclosures are often not designed to withstand the harsh conditions around a swimming pool. They may become brittle or crack over time, allowing water to enter the enclosure and potentially causing a short circuit or other electrical hazard. Additionally, some plastics may leach chemicals into the pool water, which can be harmful to swimmers. Thirdly, the electrical code requires that all metal parts of the swimming pool electrical system, including the junction box, be bonded together and grounded. Bonding ensures that all metal parts are at the same electrical potential, which minimizes the risk of electric shock. Grounding provides a path for fault currents to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or ground fault circuit interrupter and de-energizing the circuit. The grounding conductor must be sized appropriately for the circuit and must be connected to a grounding electrode, such as a ground rod or a metal water pipe. The purpose of bonding is to equalize the electrical potential between all metal parts in and around the pool. This minimizes the risk of electrical shock if a fault occurs. Bonding involves connecting all metal components, such as the pool light housing, the junction box, the metal pool structure, and any metal fences or railings, with a continuous bonding conductor. The bonding conductor is typically a solid copper wire of a specific size, as determined by the electrical code. The code also requires the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, referred to as GFCIs, for swimming pool circuits. A GFCI is a device that monitors the current flowing in a circuit and quickly interrupts the circuit if it detects a ground fault. A ground fault occurs when current leaks from a conductor to ground, which can happen if a wire is damaged or if water enters an electrical enclosure. GFCIs are designed to trip very quickly, typically within milliseconds, to prevent electric shock. The code requires GFCIs to be installed on all circuits that supply power to swimming pool equipment, including pool lights, pumps, and heaters. These devices are very sensitive to ground faults and can detect even small amounts of leakage current. They provide an additional layer of protection against electric shock, especially in wet environments like swimming pools. Fourthly, installation practices play a vital role in ensuring the safety of swimming pool electrical systems. All electrical work should be performed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with the electrical code requirements for swimming pools. The electrician should carefully inspect all electrical components to ensure that they are in good condition and are properly installed. The electrician should also test the electrical system to verify that it is working correctly and that all safety devices are functioning properly. When installing the junction box, the electrician should ensure that it is properly sealed to prevent water from entering the enclosure. The electrician should also ensure that the junction box is securely mounted and is accessible for maintenance. The wiring connections inside the junction box should be made with approved connectors and should be properly tightened to prevent loose connections. Loose connections can cause overheating and can increase the risk of electrical fire. Fifthly, regular maintenance is essential for keeping the pool electrical system safe. The electrical system should be inspected regularly for any signs of damage or deterioration. Any damaged or worn component should be replaced immediately. The GFCI should be tested monthly to ensure that they are functioning properly. To test the GFCI, press the test button on the device. The GFCI should trip and interrupt the circuit. If the GFCI does not trip, it should be replaced. The pool water should be tested regularly to ensure that it is properly balanced. Improperly balanced pool water can be corrosive and can damage electrical components. The pool water should be maintained within the recommended pH and alkalinity ranges. The importance of using brass or non-metallic junction boxes for swimming pool lights cannot be overstated. These materials are essential for preventing corrosion, ensuring electrical safety, and complying with the electrical code. Failure to use the proper materials can result in electrical hazards, which can be life-threatening. Always consult with a qualified electrician when installing or maintaining swimming pool electrical equipment. An electrician can help you ensure that your pool electrical system is safe and code compliant. The electrical code provides detailed requirements for the installation and maintenance of swimming pool electrical systems. It is important to be familiar with these requirements to ensure the safety of yourself and others. The code is constantly updated to reflect new technologies and best practices. Staying up to date on the latest code requirements is essential for anyone who works with swimming pool electrical systems. Consider the consequences of ignoring these codes. A plastic junction box, while seemingly innocuous, presents a significant risk. Over time, pool chemicals and moisture can degrade the plastic, leading to cracks and eventual failure. This degradation can expose the electrical connections within the box to water, creating a direct path for electricity to flow into the pool water. This scenario poses a severe electrocution hazard to anyone in or near the pool. The electrical code is not simply a set of arbitrary rules, it is a comprehensive set of guidelines designed to protect people from electrical hazards. Each requirement in the code is based on years of experience and research into the causes of electrical accidents. By following the code, you are taking a proactive step to prevent accidents and ensure the safety of your swimming pool. When evaluating a swimming pool electrical system, pay close attention to the condition of the junction boxes. Look for any signs of damage such as cracks, corrosion, or discoloration. If you see any of these signs, it is important to have the junction box inspected by a qualified electrician. The electrician can determine whether the junction box needs to be replaced and can ensure that the new junction box is properly installed. If you are unsure about any aspect of your swimming pool electrical system, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician. An electrician can answer your questions, provide guidance, and help you ensure that your pool is safe and code compliant. Furthermore, non-compliance with electrical codes can have legal ramifications. In many jurisdictions, it is illegal to install or maintain swimming pool electrical systems that do not meet the code requirements. Violators may be subject to fines, penalties, and even criminal charges. In the event of an accident, non-compliance with the code can also increase your liability. If someone is injured due to a faulty electrical system, you may be held responsible for their injuries and damages. Therefore, compliance with the electrical code is not only a matter of safety but also a matter of legal responsibility. Remember that the information provided here is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician for specific recommendations and to ensure that your swimming pool electrical system is safe and code compliant. The integrity of the swimming pool light junction box is not just a minor detail, it is a critical component of a safe and reliable swimming pool electrical system. By understanding the code requirements and taking the necessary precautions, you can help to protect yourself and others from electrical hazards and enjoy your swimming pool with peace of mind.